let's switch over to desktop. I got about 30 minutes, then Mandalorian finale, no pressure. It's appreciated that you're keeping me company. From previous runs, I haven't done a lot of 30-minute days so far, but who knows, I might get lucky. But usually with how I do everything, I take longer than 30 minutes. But yeah, good morning, CompGeek. It's nice to see you again. It's been good having you around for Advent of Code. Hey Friar, good morning. Let's see. I heard Jan Brown Rice on Discord say that he liked today's challenge a lot. So looking forward to seeing what the challenge is. So I guess I'll start checking it out now. Let's zoom in so that everybody can read well. Let's see. Operation order. As you look out the window and notice a heavily frosted continent slowly appear over the horizon, you are interrupted by the child sitting next to you. They are curious if you can help them with their math homework. Oh no, math homework. Yeah, I took one look at 17 and just noped out. Today's wasn't too bad. Yeah. I kind of liked yesterday's, but I had a stupid bug in the end. But yeah, I finished yesterday's challenge. But it took me a few hours of doing other work to go back to something that I said during stream, and because I created like the 4-dimensional array. 17 felt too much like the earlier one. Didn't want to do it again just in 3D. Yeah. Or maybe I should not talk about it too much, as there might be some spoilers there for you. But yeah, I had an issue with the memory copies. I had to create something new instead of reusing it, and that messed up my output. So, good morning, my favorite Nick. Well, good morning, Krista. Nice to have you here. So we're just checking out day 18 for Advent of Code right now. So let me continue reading. And it starts with math homework. And yeah, as I'm mostly self-taught for math stuff as well, this might be difficult. 1M Lee, thank you for the follow. It's appreciated. Let's see. Unfortunately, it seems like this math follows different rules than you remember. Ah, good. I'm not alone. The homework, your puzzle input, consists of a series of expressions that consist of addition, multiplication, and parentheses. Just like normal math, parentheses indicate that the expression inside must be evaluated first before it can be used by the surrounding expression. Addition still finds the sum of the numbers on both sides of the operator, and multiplication still finds the product. However, the rules of operator precedence have changed. Rather than evaluating multiplication before addition, the operators have the same precedence and are evaluated left to right, regardless of the order in which they appear. For instance, so this does 1 plus 2, then 3 times 3, so that's 9 plus 4, 13 times 5, okay, yep. Parentheses can override this order. For example, here's what happens if parentheses are added to form blah blah blah, okay. Yeah. Before you can help with the homework, you need to understand it yourself. Evaluate the expression on each line of the homework. What is the sum of the resulting values? Okay. Okay. Nice stream, mate. Okay. Yeah, thanks. Okay, we will check it out. Something tells me that I need to parse this line by line, because this can just no, what I actually can do is find the deepest nesting every time. Let's see. I'm thinking I could either go with a recursive regex, like find a open parentheses and go on till you find a closing one without finding another opening one. Then extract those, calculate them and replace, put it in and keep repeating until there are none left. or I could just find the first closing bracket and then loop backwards to find the first opening bracket and do that. That might be cooler. Let me think. Because something that there are a few things that you can do. I'm not sure if you need every parentheses later. So what you could do is write something to find all these statements. Then replace them by a keyword like A1 or $1, something like that. And then have a replacement for those values, but then you also have all the extracted ones. So, but yeah, I think I'm going to go with find the first closing parentheses, then walk back to find the first opening one, calculate it, replace the statement, and move on until there are no closing parentheses anymore. I think that's the approach I'm going to take. But I think a regex would also be just fine. But I like to do this. Let's see. I need to clean up this a bit, but it's becoming very messy. I need to make sure that I clean up all my previous days. Let's see. So we go public int static int, and let me zoom in. Wait, first let me reset so that I always go to the same zoom as I always do. 121. Okay. Public static int day 18. Int result. I could just do return 0 here at the end for now because we need to sum our values. For our lines is get input 18. This is my helper function. Dot to lines. This will split everything by line. Hi, I love to watch, but I've got a physics class. Have fun. Well, enjoy your physics class, and if I get the time, you know, it will all be on YouTube. Speaking of which, let me plop it in quickly. I try to edit all these Advent of Code videos, and I have like a playlist of all the previous days where you can watch them back. I still need to do 11 to 14, but yeah, it's there if you want to. So here we go for each string line in lines. Const char open is close is this. Addition is plus, multiply is. So these are our keys that we need to handle later. Let's do while let's see, int close index while close index larger equals 0. Actually larger than 0 because it can never start with a close index. Let's see, close index is lined up index of index of close. I think we need to reset this every time just to make sure that it starts the search there. Actually we don't because we only need to do that inside the loop. So here in the end we can say close index plus close at length. It's just one character, right? So it does not matter. So here we can find the next one. We keep looping. I've heard the hard method for this problem and solved it slow. I chose the hard method for this problem and solved it slowly, but at least I learned something from it, I hope. Okay. I still have no clue what part 2 will be. I think this will be okay. So yeah, let's see. Now we go for int index is close index minus 1. No. Wow, true. No, let's say start index. Start index larger than 0. We do start index min. We start actually at start index is close index minus 1. And line start index isn't open. Right, so we walk back until we find the start index. So we do now if start index larger or equal 0, else throw new argument exception invalid input could not find opening parent. Okay. Like that. Okay, so that is good. Once we get this, we can let's see. We can substring the line actually. So we string to solve is line.substring start index comma close index minus start index minus 2 plus 1 minus 3 even. Okay, so this should give us the actual to solve. So we do console.writeLine solve blah. Let's just do this and see if we can at least do this right. I can probably not modify the string, right? So line. Let's see. String to process line, and we need to do to process. Because we will modify it here. And now we can do this is substring 0 comma start index and we need to skip actually let's do int count is 0. I'm just doing an intermediate now just to make sure that I have something to test my logic here. So we do that, and then we do to process dot substring, and we start from close index plus 1 till the end. Okay. Yeah, and we keep doing this until we won't find it anymore. And we start actually at start index plus 1 now. So this should be good. Let me see what this does, right? Okay, so let's see. We have this. It finds 8 plus 4 times. I need to have one character more. Okay. But it's looking good. I need to do this minus 2. Or minus 1 even. Oh yeah, because it's just the length, my bad. So yeah, here we get solve this, so we do this first, and then we do the result of that, and we put it in there. So yeah, I think this looks good. Here have the nesting, it comes with, it does this one first, then it does this whole thing, and it has a replacement inside, then it does the 3, 4, 3. Yeah, so this is the correct solution. Now we just need to solve it. Let me think. Do I write a function for that? Because we need to call it from multiple places, so I can just do let me think. I can do func string comma int solve input. Okay. Yeah, I need to return the path. So now I need to string parts is input.split and we do a space character here because it will always be value space operator space value space etc. So we do int result is parse int parts 0 return result. So now we do int index is 1 while index smaller than larger equal than parts length. No, index needs to be smaller than parts length, otherwise we'll do that. So we do char operator op, and we have a string. No, let's do this. The op is. I can actually just switch it right away. It doesn't matter. If parts. No, I want to do it nicely. Char op. We do op is parts index. And we increment it, and we do val. This will always be a single character, otherwise it will be an error. Val is int.parse parts index plus. If and we switch op. case, addition. I don't need these. Default. Throw new not supported exception. We do not support operator. Hop. Come on. This will be multiply. We do result plus is val, and we do result times is val. So this should give us our solve. So let's see. So we do int solve is solve to solve. And instead of this, we just do solve. So now we should get the answers. So if you have like the 6 times 7 is 42, 42, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so this works. I've got a 2-minute break. Okay, you're seeing me speedrun this actually, I think. Or at least for me it feels like speedrunning because I think I have the answer. So now I can do list int solutions is new blah var, and we can add. So once this is no longer valid, I can do solutions that add solve to process, and now I can do solutions that sum. Can do int result, come on, this, return result, console.write line, result. And I know I still spit out everything, but okay. Solution. Whatever you want, buddy. Whatever you want. So we make this a long. Boom. Long. Build errors. Now I need to make this a long, and I should probably also make this a long, you know? Boom. Just in case. Sure. Let's chain this up. That is a big number. Boom! One shot, baby. I like this. Now I can take time to take a cup of tea. Awesome job on part 1. I'm out to watch some Mando with the kids. Good luck on part 2. Yeah, no problem, man. And thanks for the support. It's really nice to see all the people coming back and enjoying what I'm doing. It's appreciated. And it's actually the first time that I wrote a parser like that. It's nice. It felt like more fun to write and to watch than just doing recursive regex calls. And I'm getting a lot of notifications, so sorry if that triggers somebody. Let's see, continue to part 2. To manage the answer, you manage to answer the child's question and they finish part 1 of their homework, but get stuck when they reach the next section, advanced math.
Oh no.
Now, addition and multiplication have different precedence levels, but they're not just the ones you're familiar with. Instead, addition is evaluated before multiplication. Okay. For example, the steps to evaluate the expression are now as followed. because this is 20, 3 times is 60. No, wait. What was the precedence? Addition is evaluated before multiplication. Okay, so this would be 3 plus 20, 23 times 2. Okay, yeah, sure. Using these new rules, sure. That just means that I changed my solver and that's it, right? But now I don't know if I can start with the first value. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Let me think. Also, usually I just do a copy of this to make a part 2 and just keep them separated to not lose the original solution. So let me just do that right now as well. So the thing is, for my solver, because the only thing that I need to change is this, I think. What I do here is I take the first number and I start to do stuff with it. But if you look at the example, that might not be the case, because you need to find the first number that precedes a plus sign. And only after you've done all the plus signs can you do the multiplication. So I'm just thinking if I need to do all the pluses, if I do one pass to do all the pluses, but let's see. So here you do the pluses. That's 11. It's 44. 1 plus 6 is 7, 44 and 7, yeah, okay. Because I think you can still treat every angle bracket as its own solution, so there's only one level that you have to account for always. So actually this should be 2 passes now. Let me think. Because this becomes op index. Op index is input dot index of, no, that doesn't work. Okay, let's just start at index is 1. Let's just do it the same way as we did before. So the first time, let me see. If op is addition, no, we can say while op not equals addition, index plus is 2. So we skip over every operator till we found the plus sign. Let's see. And we have so if let me think. Because I need to it's basically the same logic as the angle replacement. We just have to do it based on something else. Let me think. So we have let's say we found the index of an addition. So if index smaller than 0, right? We do val is parts index -1. So this is what comes before the addition. Int of parse. Val 2 is index +1. Let me see. Because we need to modify this this thing. Because this was fine for part 1, but I think it's not the way to do it for part 2. Let me think. So we did that. Let's see, comma val 2. So I can do these two together, and then let me think. We can do list. Int val char of parts. Nah, this is janky. I'm just thinking because I need to go back. I think the best way is to treat it like the second part that I wrote here, like this, and find the index and just replace those two by something that we can solve. So let's just keep the original solve. It won't have any plus things, I think. Let me think. Because we need to have these extracted, and we have done that, so that is fine. Well, actually, I should have done this here. Solved. No, because there are subsections there. Never mind. So what we have here is an isolated section that we can solve. So I should probably do the same for the addition, that I just try to find the plus signs and extract those and evaluate them. Let me see. Because I can always just, what I'm thinking is like find the first plus sign. So and it has to be in isolation. So in this section here, we just take this and calculate that and replace it, and we just do every single one step, because we can treat everything as a single step. I think that's the way to do it. And I'll just make a function for that. Let's see, solve additions, and this will also just return a string, or I can just do it inline there as well. But no, because it will, yeah, I can do this inline here. No, I can't, because I need to do it in two places, right? Yes. Sorry for all the back and forth. I'm just doing a lot of stuff in my head. This is more difficult than you think. At least for me it is. Additions. So we do this again, but we take a different approach. So we don't take the long here. We'll just use the same logic as we do here, but we do it for the plus signs. So let's see. This will be index, input, index of addition. And we should not use this variable name. We do int addition index. Let's see. Like that. Let's see. So we find the additions. We do string to process is input. We just want to have a copy of that. Ah, yeah, this is local scope, right? Right, okay. Let's see. So we have that addition index. So we find our addition index, and if it's found, we look backwards and forwards until we find the previous, the number that surrounds it, right? Let's see. No, not Siri. Let's see, I said. So we found an addition. Good. Yes, yeah, I know. Every stream, it's like, hey, don't forget about me. I'm still here. So okay, if this is true, we found an addition. Now we need to find the numbers that we use with it. So now we do find numbers before and after, right? So we need to find the first space after the index plus 1, because there always is a space after it. So we need to find the numbers. Let's see. So int. I can just let's see, int start index and index num1 num2. These are all the things that we need. So we do end index is local to process index of space. Let's just define this here too, because this is our splitter. Right. So we find the space and we start at addition index plus 2. So if this is our string, we have plus, then we have a space, and then we have a number. So we don't want to start here. This is plus 1. We want to start here, this plus 2. So the first space after this will mark the ending. So either there is no, this will either give us -1, which will mean we can just take the rest of the string, or it will give us a number and we'll take that. So if end index is -1, last number in string, we do num2 is local to process dot substring addition index plus 1, and we do is int dot parse Okay, so this we found number 2. Else there is more to do, so we just take yeah, let me just do substring addition index plus, let's see, we start at plus 2. Yeah, plus 1 is the space, we need to start at plus 2, comma, and the length will actually be the end index minus addition index. And I need to subtract something, but I don't know it off the top of my head, because I think I need to remove those two from it as well. Right? I'll step through this just to get it. And what I can do here is actually end index is local to process dot length -1, and just do it like this. Right, and we can do the same for the start. Boom. Can I be okay? Local start index. I should probably make this just a separate function and get rid of the problem entirely, but local start index is addition index -2, because we need to walk backwards. Space. We also need to find the space here. Yes, if local start index. This will automatically stop at 0, so that is fine. So this will give us num1. So this will give us start index, comma, addition index minus start index -2. And I need to make sure that I check this. And this will become local start index. So now I have the two numbers. Morning. Today was fun, even if it took a lot more time than it should have due to some attempts to cut corners that turned into math errors. Oh my! But yeah, it's a fun one, I think. And since we already know that addition index was found, we can do this. Let's see, local start index to solve will be no, this is different. we need to have the substring will be, let's see, if local start index larger than 0, because we need to have the part before it. Let's see. And this will be local to process. And now we already, now let's do this. We already solved this, because this will just be num1 plus num2. So unassigned local variable, this should be num1, because this is the one. It doesn't really matter, but and the to solve, it really isn't interesting, but because this will be num1 plus num2. And now we need to do this, and I need to make sure that I replace this whole thing. So this will be start index until this will be local start index, but it might not be a substring 0,0. Will that just give a 0, an empty substring? Otherwise I don't need to bother. And this will be end index I need to step through this one because I'm not sure about the indexes in my head right now. And now we can just do index of addition, and we can just keep finding it until there is no more. And then we do return local to process. Okay, so we do this. We wrap everything in a solve additions function, and that should be the solution, because this one will do the additions before the other ones. So let's see how far off my indexes are, because I just know that I need to let's see, indexes, no, num2 7. Okay, let's see, what was the 7? Oh yeah, so this is 5 plus 7. That's correct. Index out of range. Wait, what? This gets converted. Okay, my bad. Let's just say set next statement. Yes, I know. Can we just get over it? Oh, damn it. Okay, so the first part was correct. Let me just quickly debug this and make sure that I get the good indexes. Local start index is 3. So what does this work out to? Length 1, so that should be good, right? But what do I get if I check this? Is this off by 1 or something? Yeah, it's a space. What was the thing? Yeah. Yeah, because it finds a space. So we do if local start index larger than 0, local start index plus plus. My bad. Because if it's the first one, it will be 0. What? This should be correct. I just checked it. Ah, now it needs to be -1, right? Yeah. Dum 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 dum. We got this, we got this. So now we have 5 plus 7 is 12. And now our local to process should have that replaced. Woohoo! We got this. This should find another one. Another one. Ah, and I have an error here. Let's see. Set next statement. What is my end index? It's 13. This is 14. Let me see what is wrong here. So this one needs to be -1. But was that correct for the first time? Ah yeah, because if it didn't find it, let me just do this, because this will solve it. It's bad, but it will solve it, because it offsets by 2 always. Let's check. Okay, so we now have 4 times 12 times 10, based on the input of this. 4, 12, 10. Yes! Yes! So that should be correct. Okay. Woo! Nice. Nice. Yeah, I'm happy with that one. This was really nice. Fryer, I'm going to have to make an icon for that. Yeah, I feel like cheering. This felt like a victory. It was really nice. It took me a bit to go with this solution, like the solve additions, because it was what I had in my head, but I was like, man, it's going to be a pain in the behind to do the replacements with the finding forwards and backwards, because yeah, as you see, that's not a nice thing to do. You got this done a lot faster than me. Yeah, as I said, I'm really happy with my solution. The character-based parsers are really strong, and it's really nice. And I never get to write them. So when I saw an opening, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that this time. It's nice because, like, if you see this, you can just write a regex. It goes like, okay, find the opening. And find any character that's not a closing parameter, and it can also not be another opening one, right? And then it has to follow by a closing. And you can just repeatedly call that and get this done too. The same way for this. So you could probably solve this with 2 regexes. But yeah, I like doing it my way better. It's a lot more fun and a lot more challenging to code as well. So yeah, I'm happy. So I want to thank everybody for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like, a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and maybe join me tomorrow on Twitch, because I've been doing this every day live on Twitch. So if you want to see if I can make it next day, come say hi on Twitch. I'll leave the link in the description. Bye bye.